Hi, guys. So, we are going to do four very short scenes, sort of all together. And that's going to be Act 4, scenes 3, 4, and 5, because we're going to have a bunch of people come through here. We're going to start with Kent having a conversation with the gentleman about King Lear. We are then going to switch to dun dun dun. Cordelia is back. And Cordelia is going to be talking to some of her people about King Lear. And we are then going to have the new widow. So Regan is going to be on stage because remember, her sister sent her a letter through Oswald. So these two are going to be talking. So we have got three really short little scenes and we're just going to put them all together. I hope you guys are watching the analysis videos. That will kind of give you an idea of what's coming. And I will certainly respond to some of the things they said in that. So we're starting with scene 3. We've got Kent. And we have a gentleman. And of course, we just used the knight for a gentleman because we ran out of puppets. Why the King of France is so suddenly gone back? Know you the reason? Something he left imperfect in the state, which since his coming forth is thought of, which imports to the kingdom so much fear and danger that his personal return was most required and necessary. Who hath he left behind him as general? The Marshal of France, Monsieur Lafay. Did your letters pierce the queen to any demonstration of grief? He's a little distrustful. He's like, okay, does Cordelia care about her father? Because at this point, I'm not sure I trust any of Lear's children. So does it seem like Cordelia still cares about him? Aye, sir. She took them, read them in my presence, and now and then an ample tear trilled down her delicate cheek. It seemed she was a queen over her passion, who, most rebel-like, sought to be king over her. Oh, then, it moved her. Not to a rage, patience and sorrow strove who should express her goodliest. You have seen sunshine and rain at once? Her smiles and tears were like a better way. Those happy smilettes that played on her ripe lip seemed not to know what guests were in her eyes, which parted thence as pearls from diamonds dropped. In brief, sorrow would be a most rarity, most beloved, if it could so become it. Made she no verbal question? Faith, once or twice she heaved the name of father pantingly forth, as it pressed her heart, cried, Sisters, sisters, what in the storm in the night? Let pity not be believed. There she shook the holy water from her heavenly eyes, and clamor moistened. Then she started to deal with grief alone. It is the stars above us govern our conditions, else one self-mate and mate could not beget such different issues. You spoke not with her since? No. Was this before the king returned? No, since. Well, sir, the poor distressed Lear's in the town, who sometime in his better tune remembers what we are come about, and by no means will yield to see his daughter. Why, good sir? Sovereign shame so elbows him. His own unkindness that stripped her from his benediction turned her to foreign casualties, gave her dear rights to his dog-eared daughters. These things sting his mind so venomously that burning shame detains him from Cordelia. Alack, poor gentleman! Of Albany and Cornwall's powers, heard you not? 'Tis so, they are afoot. Well, sir, I'll bring you to our master Lear, and leave you to attend him. Some dear cause will in concealment wrap me up a while. Well, I am known aright, you shall not grieve lending me this acquaintance. I pray you, go along with me. So they go off to Lear. Kind of important there. Kent said that Lear sometimes knows what they're doing and knows why they came to Dover, which means sometimes Lear has lost track of reality to an extent that he doesn't actually know what's going on. So let's find out what's going on with Cordelia. Alack, 'tis he. Why? He was met even now as mad as the vexed sea, singing aloud, crowned with rank furmiter and furrow weeds, with burdocks, hemlocks, and nettles, cuckoo flowers, darnel, and all the idle weeds that grow in our sustaining corn. A century send forth, search every acre in the high-grown field, and bring him to our eye. An officer comes in. What can man's wisdom in their storing his bereaved sense? He that helps him take all my outward worth. There is means, madame. Our foster nurse of nature is repose, the which he lacks. That to provoke him are many simple operative, whose power will close the eye of anguish. Maybe some sleep will make him feel better. He's got to go repose, relax, stop stressing. All blessed secrets, all you unpublished virtues of the earth, spring with my tears. Be aidant and remediate in the good man's distress. Seek for him, lest his ungoverned rage dissolve the life that wants the means to lead it. Messenger. News, madame, the British powers are marching hitherward. The British are coming. The British are coming. Remember, she's now a French force. 'Tis known before. Our preparation stands in expectation of them. Oh, dear father, it is thy business that I go about. Therefore the great France, my mourning and important tears hath pitied. No blown ambition doth our arms incite, but love, dear love, and our aged father's right. Soon I may hear and see him. I am not marching for France to take over. I am marching to give my father his rights back. My father is the king. Your father's a screwball. I'm not sure he's going to be a great king at this point, but sure, you keep hoping. We got to give Cordelia some slack because she hasn't seen her father. I mean, yes, she knows he's singing to the clouds and he's making himself crowns out of weeds and wearing them, and that's a little odd, and we really have to hope he put his clothes back on. Yeah. But yes, she is marching to make Lear king, that she's going to give him his rights. We are now going to Regan and Oswald. By the way, if Albany and Cornwall's forces are marching, Lord Cornwall is dead. It's Regan that's now leading them. So first she stabbed a man in the back during a sword fight, and now she is leading her armies. So she is a modern woman standing up for a woman's rights to be as big of a jerkface as her husband. But are my brother's powers set forth? Aye, madame. Himself in person there? Madame, with much ado, your sister is the better soldier. Lord Edmund spake not with your lord at home? No, my lord, madame. What might import my sister's letter to him? So Oswald told her, hey, I've got a letter here for Edmund. The dun, younger bastard son. And she's demanding to know what her sister might be saying to him, which seems a little weird to me. Does that seem weird to you? What might import my sister's letter to him? I know not, lady. Faith, he is posted hence on serious matter. It was great ignorance, Gloucester's eyes being out, to let him live. Where he arrives, he moves all hearts against us. Edmund, I think, is gone in pity of his misery to dispatch his nighted life. Moreover, to descry the strength of the enemy. I sent him out to spy on the enemy and to kill his father because, oh my God, there was nothing wrong with gouging his father's eyes out, but like letting him live, that was totally stupid. We should have killed him. Isn't she just charming? I must needs after him to set forth tomorrow. I must needs after him, madame, with my letter. Our troops set forth tomorrow. Stay with us. The ways are dangerous. I may not, madame. My lady charged my duty in this business. Why should she write to Edmund? Might not you transport her purposes by word? Belike, something. I know not what. I love thee much. Let me unseal the letter. Madame, I had rather. I know your lady. Your lady does not love her husband. I am sure of that. And at her late being here, she gave strange odels and speaking looks to noble Edmund. I know you are of her bosom. I, madame? I speak in understanding. You are, I know it. Therefore, I do advise you. Take this note. My lord is dead. Edmund and I have talked, and more convenient is he for my hand than for your ladies. You may gather more. If you do find him, pray you, give him this. And when your mistress hears thus much from you, I pray, desire her, call her wisdom to her. So fare you well. If you do chance to hear of that blind trader, preferment falls off on him that cuts him off. Did you hear that? She's been talking to Edmund. Edmund wants her hand in marriage. And that way he won't just be the Earl of Gloucester, he will be the Duke of Cornwall. So Edmund is moving up in the world. Only Regan is already jealous and suspicious. Yeah, she thinks her sister is trying to get in Edmund's pants, which is kind of ironic because that's sort of exactly what she's doing. But okay. So last thing she said was, hey, if you happen to see the old Gloucester, kill him for me. I'd appreciate that. Would I could meet him, madame. I would show what party I do follow. Fare thee well. Off they go. And that is the end of scene 5. So we just did 3 scenes all at once. You're starting to see all the characters take stage, and you're also starting to see that Shakespeare was definitely in quarantine and losing his mind when he wrote this, because there are a lot of characters on and off stage all the time. So make sure you're keeping up with those analysis, the 2-minute analyses, and make use of the resources like the No Fear Shakespeare. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.